In 3. Welcome, everyone, once again to Neon Lit Studios presents Sigil Confidential, The Silent Goddess, Episode 8.
God damn it, I thought tonight was supposed to be a carrot night. This time on Sigil Confidential, Prim does not have an overview.
It's all good. And
damn.
Muse, I hope that's beautiful players and church, because church is sexy instead of beautiful, which I will accept.
I'll make it up next week. I'll just do the recap from now on every single week.
Hey, it's okay. It's perfectly alright.
Listen, I have been socially worn down and mentally ill. Like,
me too. But that's perfect because it really fits the situation you guys are in. Worn down and run ragged and haggard, losing your minds. It's perfect. It's perfect. We can all get into character. I'm just on the other side of it. I'm the one that's like on the two-way glass, like laughing at everyone as they beat their head on the padded walls. Makes me sound really evil. I'm not evil.
That's why you weren't included in beautiful players.
Is that what it was?
That's why.
That's fair.
Am I supposed to be here? Am I logged in on the wrong night? Am I logged in on the wrong?
No, you're
You
good.
can be here any night you like.
You're welcome
Yeah.
every night, remember?
also tonight was supposed to be a carrot night.
Was it?
Yeah,
I was just going by the last announcement. Maybe we skipped.
we did skip last week.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's all good.
Yeah, they're all merged
They're all-
anyway,
it's-
so
it's
it
all
It's
the
doesn't
one
same.
matter.
campaign. We have
Yeah.
one campaign that we pretend is still two campaigns.
Yes.
Yes.
So, when we did last leave off, though, we were going crazy a little bit. We were a bit haggard. You guys had just found this. When do you guys want to say it? I'll throw the picture up.
We found a really cool hallway.
It is a very cool hallway. We are upon the Trail of Frozen Tears.
Yes.
It is.
It's not actually called that, is it?
It is literally called that.
Yes, it is literally called it.
Alright.
I don't think you
I
can
knew
do that.
I was gonna mention it.
Your characters may not know that, but it's what I've labeled the location as.
You might need to workshop that.
We'll talk about this later.
I feel like that's eerily similar to something in my history. I just don't know what it is.
Those tears were not frozen.
Yeah.
We would be wiser to gloss over this for the moment. But we are upon it, regardless. It has, as we have very recently discovered, a bit of an effect on you. It seems incredibly likely that for the entirety of our stay here, we will be rolling against despair, a fancy new condition that Church has developed and that our dear ghost has recently succumbed to, although none of us are aware of this yet.
Probably be aware of it very soon when she starts lagging behind the entire party as we walk along.
Yes. But it is essentially the story of the people. Specifically of the Volrestad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if we were including all of the various worshippers of Volri here, but this is the story of the tragedies of the Volrestad people.
Yeah, her people, let's say. Her chosen people.
The favored children. Jimmy was not amongst the favored children. We were the, we were the discards of the discards, really.
Which is okay. You were still loved. Kind of.
Yes.
Sort of. A little bit.
Yeah, it's complicated.
But yeah, no, that's good. We're still working our way through this labyrinthian struggle. The walls shift and change. No path seems to line up exactly. And it has been a little bit of struggle. There is some weird stuff in here. not only organisms that you can't quite wrap your head around, but places and things as well. Although, recently you did find something that was actually a boon. A little shard of ice.
Yes, sitting comfortably in my inventory alongside something else, which is boon-shaped?
Nice.
Unclear.
Yes.
Volry's tear.
What is the precise boon or non-boon nature of the last tier of a goddess?
Volry's tear.
Answers in the comments, please.
I have a question.
What's that? What you got?
So when we ran into the trap, certain people made the save, certain people didn't. Cinder made the save, I remember from my notes, but I updated his hit points, and now they're back at full.
Okay.
I don't know how much damage he took from that. 34?
He only had 2 hit points left.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh God, really?
I just made that up. I
was thinking, wait a second, doesn't he, like multi-class paladin, doesn't he have hundreds of those?
I had to throw that out there.
Yeah,
just made that up. Never ask the DM
I'm
how many
gonna
hit points you have, because I will lie.
I'm gonna believe you. Okay.
I believed you instantly.
Let's see here. 20th? I can look it up. It's fine. Let me just...
It's alright. We'll figure it out. But yes, so as you look that up, and you're still wondering about the tier of Volry, we haven't done anything to actually figure out what it does yet, right?
No.
Not in character, anyways.
Yes, I think... I
The
believe we are
frozen
aware of
tier?
what it was.
The one that tells the future? We figured that out, right?
Did you do something to figure it out?
Not in character.
Did we?
Okay.
I thought we were told that.
We were.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought you used like a seance or something.
Oh, no. That was, Bryn did do a seance on the tier, but she didn't get anything about its effects. That's just how she
37.
kind of found out that it was from Volry.
Yeah.
Yes.
She
That's how we
found
got
out.
like the rough details that this is the last tier of Volry. I
Yeah.
think Church just stated what it did.
I will say, from a cairn perspective, it holds tremendous amount of potential arcane energy that could be drawn on. So there is that immediately that you would know if you have any arcane knowledge.
Too bad we don't have any arcanists.
All of our arcanists are dead. All of our arcanists are dead.
It's going to be one of my next song titles.
Oh no.
All
Yeah,
of our
that makes sense.
arcanists are dead.
All your base art belong to us.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
Ooh,
Yo,
if
you
you're
say
giving nice
all of our
to
arcanists
funk
are
up.
dead. I immediately imagined like a King Animal period Soundgarden.
Nice. I'm gonna break my frozen cage and run. Sorry.
Yes, you understand. You get the vision. You get the vision.
So, would you guys like to carry on through this trail of frozen tears?
Yeah, let's keep going.
All right.
Yep.
So, who's making the next roll? You know, which I love these.
I believe, Wilhelm, you are still badly inconvenienced by something, right?
Due to the cold, I'm still technically exhausted, so I have disadvantage.
Okay.
I like that. I think we're going to start using that as the official term. Instead of disadvantaged, you are inconvenienced.
Yeah, it works.
Uki's still loving it. Uki's still like, yes!
It's
Yeah.
great here. The best.
Fabulous.
It's
Do
like
it.
vacation.
How long have we been awake at this stage?
It's hard to say. Does anyone have any means of telling time?
Only my natural senses, I'm afraid.
Because you're
I
on.
do.
Well, yeah, you're on a moon, so time's starting to kind of get away from you a little bit.
But I have spells that I've been casting since the.
Well, yeah, you're a chronomancer as well, so you. Have
Well, yeah, I mean.
Maybe you just know, actually.
Yeah, no, I'd be willing to.
or not.
I'd
You
be
know.
willing to get that. It's hard to say. As a chronomancer is too, you would know that time is not acting as it should here. And it's almost like the deeper you go in, the more you feel it kind of elongate and distort. It's hard to say. It feels like it's maybe been 4 or 5 hours, but there's some part of you at the same time that wonders, like, hours or years?
Now, I ask this because we now have several exhausted party members, which is something that could be well improved by a long rest. But within the systems of D&D, there are restrictions on how regularly you can do that.
You guys are welcome to attempt a long rest at any time. Just keep in mind, resources, the growing cold and growing darkness will still apply.
Yeah.
I wonder if there isn't a way we could move a little faster and then take a long rest with the time we've made up.
It would be better to not long rest in here, probably, if we could get away with it.
I think you should. Right here, on the Trail of Tears. Just...
Yeah, no, it's... We got to talk about that later.
I guess... I have ideas, but I don't know... I want to have Istu kind of talk to Az and Wilhelm about it as we're kind of trudging along to think about what we can do.
I've got to remember that's walking half speed, and if everyone's walking normally paced, I'll notice that Bryn sort of like threatens to slip out from behind the group and out of the safety of the anti-cold aura.
So, yeah, describe to me what's going on with Bryn, as far as visibly, aside from falling behind. Anything noticeable?
She has a very defeated look on her face, and her head's kind of hanging just a little bit.
Any shape change shenanigans going on with her mood or anything?
No, she just looks very, very defeated and despondent, which is weird for her.
Okay. That works.
I imagine this is within my passive perception. I would slow up and pull up next to her.
Okay.
Alright. Hey, what's up? Cole getting to you?
It's this whole sodding place that's getting to me, Jimmy. I feel powerless here.
Yeah, I could see that. I think everybody's having a little bit of trouble that's reliant on something other than steel.
Yeah, especially when healing magic here is broken because the goddess of healing is dead. And can't help but feel like a caged bird while I'm in here. I don't see any way out except for to betray someone else within this group as a sacrifice to get us home, supposedly, but I don't want to do that to anyone. I feel like my agency has been taken away from me.
Welcome to the club on that one. You can't listen to these jumped up powers either. I mean, come on, it's the angler for one thing. We're getting home under our own power, or we're not getting home at all.
That wasn't the angler, Jimmy.
He's one of them. As far as I'm concerned, most of them are of this type. Similar level of untrustworthiness.
But even beyond that, I hate that my agency has been taken away from me, that I can't just heal myself whenever I'm injured. All the self-reliance that I've ever known, I feel like that's been taken away from me.
Did we hear that? Did we hear that?
No,
Do
no,
we?
no, it's
We
not.
don't. Oh my god.
I can't rely on myself and my own power anymore, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Okay. Well, I don't think Jimmy would think that this is suspicious yet. This is a very reasonable response.
Yeah, no, entirely.
So I'm not going to do any rolls of like, is something weird going on. Yeah, he's just going to commiserate for now.
Tell me about your mother. Yeah, no.
Well, we intended to do that.
Yeah. No, so he's nodding along. He says, I've gotten very tired of it. You know, it's been years, probably, since I had real freedom to act. You know, running the agency, living in Sigil, honestly, even for me. I mean, I know it feels a bit like the middle of the universe and it's home for you, but it's like...
Freedom to go anywhere.
I never really managed that. I mostly had people on my ass all the time, and it was either deal with them or get killed by some power beyond my comprehension.
No, I know how you feel, Jimmy. Especially after... Gods. The one thing that I had that was exclusively mine, that I kept close to my heart. My name. I intended... Names are power. And I intended to hold mine close as a means of protecting that, and then just to have that power, that agency taken away from me. As to when I wanted to tell others my name by having another one of these sodding powers just blurt it out right. I hate it.
Yeah, they're kind of sons of bitches, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, you can always pick a new name if you like. I've used plenty of fake ones over the years.
That name means a lot to me, Jimmy. More than you know.
Fair enough. I guess mine is maybe a little less essential to me. But, come on.
Istu would like to talk to Uki while we're traveling as well.
Okay.
I can carry on 2 conversations at the same time, it's fine.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. Just like, how are you so chirpy in this cold weather? What's going on?
Uki having a grand old time. Question for you, Church.
Of course.
So the emotional response would not be incredibly unusual to Jimmy, but would Ghost be able to move any faster than the speed that the condition has imposed?
No, but it's not a physical limitation so much as just kind of a... just doesn't care.
It's an emotional lethargy.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That
It could
is
come off
more
as,
unusual.
It could come off as exhaustion, if that's what you're looking for.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out how I would interpret this, because that is something that is not within Jimmy's impression of how the ghost acts.
Yeah, yeah. No, it could come off as exhaustion, and that would be an understandable response once again. Although, she's normally a little tougher than that, from your experience.
Yeah.
So that, for now, we can go off into Master Miss's conversation. For now, that's Jimmy's read, is that she's understandably upset and probably actually succumbing to the cold a little bit, just like a few of our friends. It's just slowing her down.
Yeah. No, that works.
Yeah. So, I mentioned to Az and Wilhelm that, the time seems to be creeping more and more as we get into this area. So it's tougher to tell how long we've been in here, you know?
Yeah.
And we, of course, discussed the ideas that we had before, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is a risk that was worth taking.
Do we D20 for you there, Church?
Oh, are you doing the navigation?
Yeah. Wilhelm's still rolling at disadvantage. I figured I'd roll in.
So
you can be,
as
you
you
can
guys
be
are
calculating.
talking, as you guys are talking, okay, yeah. Hey, London. Yeah, that's no problem. Go ahead, Master Miss.
Well, everybody I was gonna talk to is muted right now, so.
Well, I'm sure they'll unmute. They'll hear you. As long as they're not deafened.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just say as you're walking.
Snacks?
Whew. Yeah. Boy, this is feeling good. This is the best I think I've felt in months. Not since we were in Stonebridge.
How are you this preppery in this cold air? How?
Oh, I was born and bred in the mountains with lots of snow, and this is just great. I'm so comfortable. You can't imagine what it's like being, oh goodness, when I first came across members of this party, it was like I was in the desert with a horse with no name. It was sandy, it was dry, it was so brutal, and then at one point being underwater in this horrible, we were in the Orti for seems like it was months on end. So, oh, this is amazing. This is awesome. Build it. Oh, excuse me. I'm regaining my composure here for a moment.
Wow, I don't envy you that one. I don't do well in tight spaces either.
Oh, yes. I have to say, there have been times when we had rough moments, and I thought maybe being back or two would be good, but boy, this makes it all worth it. I just take a deep breath and get that fresh air, into your lungs, and I guess, oh goodness, how long have we been up here? I'm usually pretty good at being able to tell a little bit of time because of I'm used to being when we're up in the mountains. You've got a lot of cloud cover going along as well, and so we sort of have to mark time in our own manner. But yeah, no. Why would you like to borrow my? Would you like to borrow one of my cloaks? I really don't need it.
Oh, I would be remiss to say no to that, considering I'm cold-blooded and kind of struggling. If you're not using it at the moment,
here, take
I would love to borrow if you don't mind, and then I'll give it back to you whenever this gets worse, and if I die or whatever.
No worries. And you'll notice, it's very good at insulation. That's part of it too, is that we learn to layer. So that helps to kind of keep your body warmth up against you. So, important thing too is if you happen to stumble, get wet or anything, just make sure you try to, don't keep that wet clothing right up against your skin, because then that could cause some issues for you. But here, you can take this. So hand over my larger sort of cloak that you can see.
I accept it, and Istu's like, thank you for helping me with this environment and stuff. I don't usually do the social things, but I feel like we've been successful at small interactions, right?
Oh god, we're on a map.
Oh no.
Yeah,
We're moving.
Part of it too is that, again, we're always prepared. We have lots of layers, but we're kind of walking at a good, when I'm walking, I'd rather just go ahead and just enjoy the air. It's when we have to huddle down for, in the middle of the night, you can get a bit cold, especially at higher elevations and such, right? You're not really getting the blood flowing, but no, my blood's pumping right now, so that's fine. So, and please don't mistake my giddiness for lightheadedness. It's just a little sort of, something about in this air just helps my blood flow and gets me kind of a little just pumped up and ready to go.
Fair.
What's going on?
Church, the Hyberstedians didn't exist yet when Jimmy was still lived here, right?
They did, but they were still part of the eugenics program.
Okay,
They were
so
considered bet.
Yeah. All
They-
humans
they
were
got
still
it.
back then.
yeah, they got a lot taller in those 200 years, right?
No, I mean, part of the eugenics program, you probably wouldn't have seen a lot of them. Like, they were special forces. They were only brought out, and they kind of kept to themselves and were kept in specific locations. You would have heard about them and their victories, like with the dwarves and whatnot, kind of leading up to the Blight. It would have been a bit of history, so to speak.
Okay.
So yeah, they'd be like the Beck super soldiers.
Stu starts trying to like emulate Uki's behavior and like start taking deep breaths and like, considering the blood flow and taking higher steps like
Mhm.
to try to get warmer as well. I don't know if that'll work, but
I mean, it could. It could. You have to think positive. In fact, as you round the corner of the trail that you've been on, it opens up, widens briefly, and then kind of narrows into a much more firmly carved area. And up ahead, you see these huge stairs going down. Huge. And once again, as all the stairs you've seen so far, it's like you have to kind of climb down these. You're not just stepping them, but they're carved. They're hewn out of ice and snow, like you can see everywhere. It doesn't look like they're made out of stone at all. And as you take your first steps inward, you all kind of stop short as you notice that everything got real quiet. Like, uncomfortably quiet, and you can just feel something really heavy watching you.
and we can't see it because like the darkness, right?
Yeah, you should be able to see only what you can see.
Okay, yeah.
It is time to come to a standstill again and listen very, very carefully.
So you hear, are you all listening, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also looking about quite a bit using my careful eyes.
Okay. No one's licking the steps yet, I hope. Although we can try that if you guys want to.
I don't think we're that hard up for water just yet.
Let me see here. So that's a pretty good roll there.
It's what I do.
I'm just waiting to see what Brim's Titan.
Oh, it's a funny joke. Go on.
Oh, okay. Where's that? There it is. Okay. You do hear like something padding softly in the darkness ahead towards you. Cautiously, almost.
All right, I whisper.
Istu's-
Yeah, go on.
Istu's standing right next to one of the Istus is standing next to Genesis, and Genesis hears the padding and sort of crouches a bit.
Okay. If you guys want to rearrange where you're standing on the map, you can. Feel free, because I just kind of copy pasted you in there.
Thunked us down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. That's fine.
I'm about where I'd be.
here. This one will be here, I guess. Then. Yeah, it's fine. Sorry.
Very good.
And where we wait for this thing to.
Somebody's moved in front of me.
As I got this.
All right. You said Istu was going to say something about the padding. What was Istu going to say?
Well, Istu's just noticing that Genesis is crouching down, and is sort of looking towards whatever's approaching with a worry sort of expression, like wary, I guess. It's like, I don't know what that is, but maybe I should summon a dog to see if they can be friends.
So, Az is leapt out in front.
I see that. As does. As does. As does. Okay. Anybody else doing anything before I carry on from there?
Jimmy would say aloud, "It seems like it's trying to be a little careful, maybe sneak up on us. If it's trying to sneak up, it might be possible to scare it off. Maybe it's an ambush predator."
Oh, so should I try to be intimidating?
I'm not sure you need to try.
Oh, yeah.
I think maybe we should just light the place up, though.
So I've got a passive intimidation of 22.
I don't think you have to try.
I'm just scary all the time.
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious? Bryn's got to beat. Passive intimidation of 27, fam.
Crazy
Damn.
bard stuff.
Damn.
Okay. So as steps forward.
Yeah, just casually, walking forward like I own the place.
Now you can ping about the edge of your vision for me as right now, because you can see a little. Yeah. Okay. Good. I was gonna say you can see a little further than everyone else, and kind of at the edge of your vision, you see this. It's something you've never seen before. It appears to be a large canine type creature. Almost burly or woolly, it's hard to say. Its mouth is a little bigger than you're used to seeing on a canine creature, but it's huge. It's a very big canine creature.
Some kind of giant dog.
Istu hears those words and starts working on the spell.
Yeah, we don't need it to be that huge. Can you see the token?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's about as big as you are.
Does it look like threatened or threatening, or what's its demeanor?
It looks like it doesn't give a rat's ass about you.
Cool.
Nice.
I don't give a rat's ass about it.
Are you doing anything? You're just gonna sit and watch?
For a moment.
Okay.
I'll let them know there's a rather large dog up ahead. I didn't know.
How big we
Like,
talking?
I'll try to describe what a dog is. I don't know what a dog is. It's like a four-legged critter thing, and it's real furry, and it's got a triangular face mouth bit, but it's larger than it's like a small bear.
Did Karen not have wolves?
Karen does have wolves and dogs and everything, but this is not one of those.
Okay. So Jimmy's just standing next to him like a wolf. Like a wolf? Is it a wolf?
Bigger?
Dire wolf?
I mean, if a wolf was elephant size.
Oh. We should probably.
I mean, like a
be
pygmy
careful.
elephant, not like a full elephant.
Well, that's a minor help. But we probably ought to be careful. Most dogs of any kind are like pack hunters. Really wish we had more light. Light
else?
radiuses are halved in here, right, Church?
What's that?
Light radiuses are halved in here, right?
It's actually getting a little less than that.
Oh god.
Oh, jeez.
That's not good.
I've already. Why did I open that? I've already made the adjustments on your tokens, though.
Appreciate it. This is a wall to our left, right?
Can I ask for
Yeah.
Cinder's sake
far as you can tell.
how far they're lessened to, since he was measuring that actively?
How far? What? Sorry.
How far the radius of light has been reduced to, because I had him measuring that actively with the produce flame.
That's true.
Oh, it's decreased about. The average light sources, those of you who are carrying them, like the phosphor stones, has decreased about 5 feet. His own radius that he gives off has decreased a little bit as well.
Okay.
Scary as that is,
So there's a wall to our left, Church. Is that correct?
it's what it appears to be.
I can simply hope that it will continue to be a wall. I suggest to the party that we should keep to the wall so that even if we are surrounded by a wolf pack, that's one less side we can be attacked from.
Okay. So, is anyone else doing anything before I move?
Ooh.
I'm just moving to the left, you know?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's that, Uki?
Yeah, I'm gonna just. So we're hearing this, but I'm gonna make sure. Well, okay, I will say this time, and this will be last time I say this.
Yeah.
I actually do have now rapid strike or Overwatch.
Okay.
So that meaning that my weapons are prepped and ready at all times.
Okay.
So I definitely have my scope musket just ready to go.
Okay. And don't forget that you have the Emberlock rifle too. You actually have a magical rifle now.
Right, Emberlock, yeah.
Just because you'll need that to hit a lot of the things you're encountering now.
Oh, that's true. Thank you for that reminder.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, so I have my weapons up
And,
ready.
and you should have fancy buttons to use them with.
So as you're prepping, the padding continues to move closer. Just pat, 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 pat. Can any of you see that other than Az now?
Yes.
It has come into radius for me as well.
Okay, good.
It looks so cute.
Did the
Oh,
big
no.
picture come through?
I don't
Big
see the
picture?
big
No.
picture
No.
if you.
Oh, did it not come through? Oh, why is it only sharing with me? Weird. I will fix that. One moment.
It's okay, we don't necessarily need to see it.
I like pictures.
Also,
No.
this is really fucking cute.
Why would you do that? Do. Boom.
Oh,
Yeah, still pretty cute.
glorious.
Still pretty cute.
Glorious. Look at the fur. Oh my god.
Look at the expression of contentment.
He's so cute.
Which is very accurate, actually. As this thing walks up into your sightline, sits down on its haunches, licks its chops, looks around at each of you with a strange intelligence, a familiar intelligence in its eyes, and narrows in on you, Jimmy, and says, "What? You don't recognize me?"
Oh my god.
You've had a bit of a makeover, my man.
It's cold.
I didn't know you could do that.
Oh my god.
How you been?
Bored.
I can't blame you. How'd you get here? Are you sure you're not faking it? Are you actually a demon?
Do I smell funny?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
We've seen a lot here, Pohon.
What's a poem?
Oh my god!
He's an old friend.
Oh my
Assuming that's
God.
actually him. I'm gonna take a few steps forward.
Oh my god.
He looks up at you with that same familiar dopey grin, tongue lolling out.
Bren will just give him a big hug around the neck.
He's actually pretty warm.
He's got that fluff. So now that I'm up in radius of him, my recently acquired senses do kick in. What energy am I picking up off of Pohon ?
Do you pick up celestial energy?
If it's not the same as divine, then no, it's not on my list.
I'll give you the hint of celestial. How about that?
Okay.
Which should be appropriate.
Yeah, which it's sensible. And specifically, I do not detect eldritch, aberrant, fiendish.
No.
Jimmy crouches to the appropriate level. How the hell did you get here?
I walked.
No, you didn't.
I did too. Look at these tootsies.
Jimmy's at a loss for words.
Bren's just like kind of sobbing into Pohon right now.
So, Bryn, did you have like a really good connection with Pohon? And this is strictly roleplay question, so it's no wrong answers.
Yeah, I think she did. She came to really, really like Pohon.
Okay.
Because, I mean, Pohon, like, basically, like, engaged in her shenanigans with her before she was, like, out and comfortable, like, to everyone. She likes Pohon.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. So...
and he's like a representation of home to her right now, so...
So he sniffs at you a bit, Bryn. And, he kind of draws back and looks you, like, dead in the eyes, which, he's about eye level to you when he's sitting up like that. He's a big dog.
Yeah.
And he looks at you with this soft, like, gentle concern. And you can almost feel, like, this warm presence of Pohon's energy kind of just coming over you like a warm blanket. And it is really, really comforting. And due to his inspiring presence, I would like you to make another save against the despair.
What was it again? Wisdom?
Mhm.
Okay.
This is the true power of a good boy. Recall the variety of pluses.
And disadvantage still because the initial.
No,
Or-
not of this one.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Well.
And that's the +5 because of
Cinder. Yep, he's
Okay.
right there.
Okay. So yeah,
Sin, he's doing his thing.
you immediately feel your mood lift. From his presence. Suddenly
Yay.
things don't seem so hopeless. In fact, all of you who are nearby him, who have a connection to him, previous connection, it's not enough to be like an inspiration or anything, but for a roleplay perspective, you feel that presence, that familiarity, that comforting presence that Pohon has lent you over the years. And it's so good to see that little piece of familiarity, that piece of home wander up out of the darkness. That
It really is.
it lifts your spirits a little bit. things don't look quite so hopeless.
Uki's watching very, like, kind of like one eyebrow raised, quizzical, like, what? It's all about.
Istu,
Seeing you here gives
Istu
me a
would
lot
like
of
to.
hope, Pohan.
Istu would like to ask Pohan if he's hungry.
Always. You got platinum?
Sadly, no. I just have a gold coin. I don't know if.
A snack's a snack.
Fair enough. I hand him the gold. Here.
Nom, 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 nom.
Jimmy's fishing. He's like, wait.
Canine eats money?
I got this
Why?
someplace. Where do I even get this shit?
Platinum.
Jimmy fishes out.
We should
he
see
says,
if he can eat the playing cards, Jimmy.
He's got 15 gold bars out of Jimmy's pack. I legitimately don't even remember why I have these.
The horror specs, we found them on the horror specs.
True.
Yes, Jimmy doesn't remember that though.
Nice.
Where'd I get these?
Well, hell, at least we got rations.
So, yeah.
Jimmy's down on his haunches, looking at Pohan. We are really in the shit, old pal.
You really are. Like, do you have any idea what's like just across this cavern?
We have no sodding idea, Pohan, and we've dealt with all sorts of terrors since we've gone into this labyrinth. Since we've been here on Cairn, any gods, that's not even counting what we saw in the horror specs.
The Haru what?
A big ship.
Oh.
We went spelljamming.
Yeah, I remember. You guys took off on the mimic.
We found a much bigger ship while
bigger
we were
ship,
on Gale.
yes.
What happened to the mimic?
That's a really open question right now, bud.
Wow.
We thought we had no way to get home.
There's some people missing.
Rat. Yeah.
Jimmy closes his eyes. Yeah. Now, they're not quite dead, my understanding. It's a complicated one, though.
Rat sacrificed himself to be the power source behind a divine artifact.
That sounds... Well, no, that sounds like Rat.
The gods left some pretty dangerous toys behind.
Is this it? Is this where you're from?
It's not the greatest introduction to the old home place.
I don't remember you saying it was this gold.
Nah, this one's a little bit, The Lady of the Tower favored winter.
One of
We're
those
also
things.
on the moon. We're not on Cairn, Jimmy.
That's also true. I forget that sometimes. I try not to think about it.
The moon, you say?
Yeah.
Something told me I shouldn't have come to find you, but... Okay.
Oh, just wait until you actually get to look at the joint.
Well, you know, that's the weirdest thing is I haven't been able to leave or move like I normally would since I got here.
Oh god, you're stuck too.
I am still in disbelief that you made it in, man. Do you know what they sealed this place with?
I had a friend that owed me a favor. I didn't think it was going to be a one-way thing. I was just coming to, like, talk some business with you, but... I mean, you've been gone, like, 10 years.
Oh, don't tell me these things. Don't tell me.
10 years.
Yeah, I mean... Like, they're trying to foreclose the Wickleton, and... Zell's girlfriend's going nuts.
I sent him back.
Yeah, Yeah,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Ah, God damn it.
So, anyway, let's make the most of our situation. Look,
No, listen, man. If Zell didn't make it home, you're better off forging a new life here with us. We cannot go back to Sigil.
she's really angry.
I cannot go back to Sigil.
Well, look. I'm overjoyed that I found you. I really am. I wish it were under better circumstances.
Yeah.
And I wish there was a lot of platinum here for me.
God, my home must be gone.
But across the cavern, I was originally going that way, and I turned around and just happened upon you, which imagine that, right? But there's something really big over there.
Oh, you guys, can you, is this thing talking? Do you guys hear this too?
Yes.
Yes. As?
Istu looks at
Pohan.
As like, yeah, this is totally normal. What do you mean? Genesis is just like the dog can talk?
Pohan,
Yes.
As, Genesis, Uki, Wilhelm.
What?
Introductions made. We picked up another Istu on the way.
Wow.
What?
You guys have been busy.
Where are you standing? You're right next to him, that's right. If we look over the other way, here's Saoirse.
Well, I mean, your numbers have increased overall.
They seem to have been doing something. This is going to take some explanation, Pohan. Alright, so. I don't think I ever told you exactly why I wanted to come home.
No, you didn't.
We left the place in pretty bad shape. And for many years, I thought it was gone. I thought there was nothing left here. I thought there was darkness from pole to pole, a ruined world. After I got the lantern, we started looking into this a little bit. Turned out, things were bad, but they weren't quite that bad. People still live here. These people,
Excuse me.
they're from here. This is their home.
Saoirse nods.
Well, they don't look dark or evil. For the
They're
most
just,
part.
they're just people, same as it ever was.
The big guy with the tattoos is a little odd. No
Yeah,
offense.
he's just a funny guy like that. Don't worry about him.
No offense. They're beautiful.
But we got tangled up with the angler. You know how that all went down.
Oh, yeah.
As we got closer, it became more and more obvious that he wanted something here.
Well,
Turns out he's not the only one. There are a lot of these new, jumped up, upstart gods in waiting who are going to divide up the globe, set up their own dominions, just like the gods used to have here. And look how that ended up, right?
Draken's actually a full dragon and is now the right-hand man of the angler.
Draken.
He's a man who knows a good deal when he sees one.
Wait a minute. And I thought you were going to get away from multiversal politics by coming here.
Well, you know, it's local now. I can take an interest in the local.
So,
I still want to know how it's been 10 sodding years when Jimmy spent a year and a half in Sigil, and 200 years have passed here on Cairn.
wow. Really?
Yeah, it's been a minute, turns out.
Seems like time's doing some bullshit.
Time's
what do you-
really
yeah.
doing some bullshit.
I don't understand.
The chronomancer wiggles their eyebrows.
Ooh.
Waggle, waggle.
I'm not
How
entirely
can
surprised.
time exist in at different rates in different places?
Well, exactly, but time, from what I
What?
know, should pass a lot quicker here than it should in Sigil. I figured that since we left, it only would have been a few weeks, if that.
I look over at our resident expert, Chronomancer, and I say, Stu, what you got? I got guesses, but I don't really do this. You do this.
I control this, but I don't necessarily know why this is happening either. I just got here just like you. I haven't had time to study it enough, I don't think.
That's fair. I don't know. All I can really say, turning back to Pohan, the gods tried very, very hard to close this place off entirely. We have wiggled in through the one crack that was left open because somebody jammed a ship the size of a planet into it.
I want to just real quick dedicate one of the S2s to figuring out what's going on with the time stuff while we're talking.
Okay.
Sensible.
They got like charts and maps and they're doing some calculations and
Magnifying glasses.
Distributed computing.
So, as you guys are catching up, you hear this large crack, once again like a glacier crack, come from deeper
goody.
in.
Destiny.
And then this strange kind of grinding sound, like something large dragging across the ice or stone.
Is it reminiscent of the last big boy we came across?
Reminiscent, but somehow more.
Okay.
Once again, you feel that heavy attention on all of you.
Ooh, yeah, we're being looked at. Don't like that. Anyways, Pohan, we've run into a couple of these larger creatures in here. We've been trying to go around them mostly. Well, except for the big man there. He just killed one. But we've been trying to go around them mostly.
Well,
Round things, I go through them.
if you can go through that, I will be very impressed.
Don't count him out. He's vying for godhood in these parts.
You know,
I know, he's not the first.
nothing personal. Just where I'm from, that's not an uncommon pursuit.
Yeah.
Plus, I've been around for a while.
Yeah, we've seen one or two.
But honestly, if you got it in you, that would be a show.
He put on a hell of a show before. Let's see what we're dealing with at least. Let me have a look.
All right.
Well, let's. I'm gonna creep up. I believe Az might be interested in joining me.
Yeah, probably.
We doing some stealthiness?
We're doing a little
Stealth.
stealth.
Anyone else going with the stealthers?
Oh,
Cinder looks over at you and goes, "Good luck." He takes a step or two and he's like,
Polishing
You know.
the plate mail.
he takes like a few steps and is just like,
Maybe not.
he's like, "Oh, not my best. No."
So yeah, Pohan will pad along with you. Although he'll turn invisible.
Perfectly sensible thing to do. So I'm going right as I go up.
Okay.
Let me know when I enter a radius in which things happen.
Okay.
I have readied a reaction to hit out of my skin if I sense that I am being attacked.
Okay.
Not merely noticed, but attacked. I figure we've been noticed, you know?
Yeah.
Is Wilhelm moving with us as well?
It doesn't look like it.
Make sure. I want to make sure we're not leaving
Yeah,
anyone
we need
behind
him.
here.
We do need him.
He's moving just towards the back. He remembered the last time he tried to be stealthy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get one more roll in now that you've come about this far.
You got it.
Mainly just the 3 up front. Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy,
Nice.
Uki?
I'm good for it.
Hey, you got this. Nice.
You got a chance. You got a chance
Okay.
at 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead and keep moving if you want. Until you see something or want to stop or want to do something. It's up to you.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah. Jimmy's right about
Oh,
there.
I'm doing some quick math.
You kind of feel Pohan nudge you. And he's like, hey, boss.
Doing a little bit of quick math on that one.
And you do hear that cracking sound as whatever this is ahead of you, you can feel it like turn to face you. Here we go. So let's show you a picture.
Ah.
The upgrade.
Hello again.
No, this dude even bigger.
Yes, it turns to face you.
This feels like the CR30 baddie that we're not supposed to fight, really.
We have gone from Voidwalker Abomination to Abyssal Tyrant.
That sounds fun.
You can feel its gaze pass across you, all of you, and it's a piercing thing. It like settles into you somehow. It hurts almost. The presence hurts, and as it sweeps its eyes across all of you, wherever those eyes may be, this towering tyrant. This towering figure that seems to be made of shadow and despair. You hear this booming voice echo out from above you, way above you. And in that voice, you hear this echoing weight of eternity. If you can imagine that. It's this sound that just reverberates in your mind again and again and again. It's almost maddening with each word it speaks. And it says, "Go no further."
Okay.
I will cease attempting to go further for a moment.
You would dare tell me what to do.
Oh my god!
And here we go. Batten down the hatches.
Big man, we are attempting diplomacy on this one first.
Okay.
So as that voice echoes out, I need everyone to give me a wisdom save, please.
Oh boy!
Oh boy! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy!
Yeah, you love to see that. That's good. That's good stuff.
Okay, alright. Well, let's see here. Nice. Alright. We'll keep that.
Bryn and Saoirse clearly sharing one brain cell right now.
Did anyone get over 23?
Depends on how close I am to Cinder, actually.
Well,
Not close enough.
Let me
it
take a
looks
quick
like.
measure. I'm at 15.
Isn't it 10?
Oh, is it 10? Master
let me-
Miss, is it 10?
Let me just check the sheet. Hang on, I'm loading it right now. 10 feet of you gain advantage on attack rolls against it for 1 minute, and then within 10 feet plus 5 to all saves.
Damn.
So-
5 foot away.
Alright, so,
But I could have moved him. I don't know if you wanted to be within range.
no, it's
Yeah,
fine.
if you
It's
jiggle
fine.
him up one, I'll take it.
It's
Can
fine.
we-
It's fine. We'll just leave it as it is for now. So,
Okay.
And Wilhelm,
Just-
Wilhelm actually made it. I think Wilhelm is the only one that made it.
I thought you said it was 23.
Yeah, 20. He rolled a 26.
You rolled a
He's got
21.
disadvantage.
Oh,
That's his disadvantage roll. It's the 21.
sorry, my bad.
Plus,
No.
oh no. He's not in range. Damn it.
That
So
was the
close.
question. Yeah.
Almost. So nobody made it.
You
Ain't
you can,
nobody.
Can you not burn a point and
Cinder
roll
did.
again?
Oh, did Cinder himself make it? Nope.
Yeah.
Is he at an advantage?
Yeah.
Cinder has advantage. What's he got advantage from?
He has a Fortune's Favor point he can burn for that.
Ah,
okay.
he burnt it. You
Okay.
included him burning it. Gotcha.
So I just had him roll the same. Then the one below that, the 15, is actually Istu's character sheet. I just didn't change the names.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Ah, yes.
And then, yeah.
That's fine.
I kind of wish it knew which character sheet you were clicking on instead of making you
I
select
really-
the as.
You
Yeah.
can have it show the name on the rolls.
I
Oh,
just,
can you?
Yeah, I think you have to
Yeah.
select the ads.
Anyway, yeah.
But no,
we'll
it's
figure it out.
it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Alright.
So
Yeah.
Cinder made it. Yeah,
Just Cinder.
just Cinder. Everybody else as that voice sinks into you, into your core, you feel like this part of you kind of die. Some intangible part of you die just from the sound of this thing's voice. And you each take a level of despair.
Oof.
That.
Oh, big oof right there.
Rip.
Let me go check what despair does.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you hate to see that kind of thing happen.
Oh, looks like we're all going at speed 15 now.
Yeah, that one hits you pretty good.
I call up way up to the creature. Hey, can you hear us down here?
You feel that presence just kind of weigh on you once again. I'm not gonna make him answer. End up. Yes, everybody roll. You get the sense that yes, he hears you.
Jimmy steels himself since he's been shaken by the profound effects of this voice. But, he is... When it comes to words, he is a professional. He gets his shit together.
Just for the record, Wilhelm made it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Good. Okay.
Exhaustion does not affect saving throws.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Hell yes.
So there's two of you without. That's good. That's good.
We are travelers on the road. And I am probably the last living worshipper of Volri. Just at a guess. By whose right do you block the way?
Volri is dead.
Yeah. I know.
Then you
But the
worship
road
nothing.
remains.
Evil laugh.
Yes, of course. The road remains. It is sacred in its own right. About to get into a religious argument with a creature several stories tall.
What do you wish, mortal?
We travel inwards to the tower.
If you wish to die, that can be resolved here.
I'm afraid I'm destined to die in a much stupider way.
Good answer. Tell you what. I'm gonna give you a chance.
I'm gonna take it. May I make a persuasion check?
Let's get that persuasion check versus, let's say, what, a wisdom save?
I guess that's appropriate. Yeah, your determination, man. It depends on what you think I'm influencing against.
Yeah, let's see. We'll give you a try.
So I would natively have advantage because I assume this to be a creature of the aberrant type.
It is a fiend, technically.
Well, I've got that too.
There you go.
So that just cancels from the despair.
There you go. Even better.
So I'm back to standard, and I don't have any other particular thing that applies apart from my normal persuasion.
Set the point, right?
I can spend the point.
If you want.
Well, we made it.
Look at that,
Hey.
ladies and
We in
gentlemen.
there.
Ladies and
We in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, this huge, kind of amorphous, shadowy head leans down out of the darkness from above you. This thing is just glowering over you at this point. You can feel like the cold and the despair coming off of this. It's just like this hollow void of emotional entropy just draining all of you as this thing gets close, and it looks you over and says, "Fine, so be it." And with a wave of its arm, it just brushes you all aside. And you feel like you're tumbling through space for a moment. And then you stop. And you're in someplace new.
Oh.
Which, due to your persuasion roll working against a plus 16 wisdom save.
Dang.
Plus
Nice.
17 persuasion.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
The odds are ever in my favor.
This will count as though a secret door. You have gained 2 successes from this.
Ayy.
So, well done. You have faced the Abyssal Tyrant and not had to fight, sadly for me, and as.
I wanted to punch it.
This is one of the CR30 ones, isn't it?
It is a CR30. Correct.
Yeah.
I will ask you about one number,
Two
Church.
rounds to do.
I
What,
will ask you about one number.
what number is that?
How many hit points? I don't even want to know what the AC was. Just how many hit points does a creature whose token the size of a map have?
800?
Christ.
Okay, alright, so
Yeah.
2 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah. So 2 rounds. Yeah. It's fine. We got this shit. Easy. That's fine. It's fine.
Damn it.
Fine.
Hmm.
Fine.
You don't say.
That's
It's
fine.
a base attack.
Yes, of course.
No. Yeah, that's fine. We knew its DC was 23 from the other thing earlier.
I just wanted to show it to you since you were asking.
That is a low roll. That's
Yeah.
rolling a 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
Even the damage roll is only average. In fact, slightly below average. That's a 10d10 attack.
So,
Yes.
It's fine.
I have
it's
to
fine.
ask.
That's a DC that's possible for me to hit.
I have to ask where we are. You said we land in another.
You
Yeah,
are
this is a good question.
you are in another passageway with the ridiculously high walls leading up into an abyssal darkness above you, ice and cold all around you. Nothing really standing out at this point, though. It just feels like you have moved closer to your goal. So we can navigate from here, or we could try to rest. If you guys want to try to rest here, you're welcome to.
I would like to suggest taking a union break because I could really use some tea.
Okay. Well, why don't we do this? If you guys want to do a long rest, I will allow Wilhelm to use his psychological skills and Pohan to use his inspiring presence, and Bryn and Saoirse to chime in with their abilities, as well as Istu. Just kind of a group effort. Mm-hmm. And if you do a long rest and agree to do a group effort to raise the morale of the group, I will remove the despair.
Yeah.
I have a question about the group effort part of that.
Okay.
Does that require everyone that's listed there to work with everyone?
It's a group effort. It's just trying to raise morale of the group. It's just like everybody be cheerful.
I'm just asking about the specifics of it. Like, what could I have Istu help Wilhelm with the medical part of it?
We don't have to get too crazy specific for this particular thing. It's more of just a mechanic. Since we're going to take the union break, we'll say that this is happening while we're taking our union break, so to speak. As we go to commercial, everyone takes a rest, and when we come back, everyone feels refreshed and slightly colder.
Nice.
Yeah, Saoirse and Bryn would absolutely help with that.
Okay, so everybody that can will chime in. We'll get rid of the despair level. The despair level was mainly meant for that fight, to make it even more difficult. Part of me is kind of glad you didn't fight that thing. Part of me kind of wanted to see where it would go.
We'd have been here all day, man.
This is good, though. This is doubly good, not just for the despair, but also for the people suffering from frostbite.
Yeah.
Yes, we can eliminate some normal exhaustion levels, too.
It's very true. Very true. So, yeah, we'll be right back after a brief imagined message from the sponsor of your choice. Please make sure that those proceeds.
Yes, proceeds.
Go to me directly, so that I can retire and do this full time.
Yeah, we voted. Those are the rules.
It's true. We
Those
did take
are
a
the
vote.
Yeah.
Please imagine an advertisement, purchase the product, and then send 2% of the purchase price to church.
Yes. Yes. This is kind of a crowd-funded opportunity. I will do this 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Dear God. Maybe don't. Okay, yeah, we'll be right back. Yeah, hang in there. Und wir are back, ja. Welcome back to the show.
Dun dun dun!
So we just narrowly avoided a potentially lethal or amazing encounter, depending on how the outcome would have ended up.
At least it would have been fun.
Yeah. And it is a matter of perspective, probably, too.
Dying is fun.
But now we find ourselves in a strange new corridor out somewhere in the labyrinth. You've taken a full rest. You've used your various abilities and presences to boost the morale of one another. The despair that seemed to be hanging over all of you since your previous encounter lifts and come, well, I won't say morning, but by the time you awaken, once again still in the darkness and the gloom, the temperatures have settled lower than they were before, and you notice that the ice shard is dwindling. And you can kind of feel the cold beginning to kind of encroach. Your vision range has deteriorated just a little bit more, almost as if the darkness is kind of devouring the light, as it were. But you are welcome to carry on, my wayward sons, daughters, and all of the other things that may be included within that statement.
Yes, of course.
My wayward children.
Children.
Hey.
True.
Yeah.
Although I don't like to say that for legal reasons.
Yes, of course.
I don't know if you saw the go live notification. Tune in and find out if Church is the father. Don't ask whose.
Yeah, no. Wilhelm, how you feeling?
I feel better. I am less tired. I feel more. The fog is lifted.
Good. Good. You want to come up and split this with me again?
Yeah, I'll come join you.
Okay.
While they're doing that, Genesis would like to notice the cold that's encroaching on us and take some time to figure out, like, a strategy for it.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
Well, I kind of been workshopping this idea for a bit here, but Istu has the Liamon's tiny hut for a stationary boundary against weather. So I would like to start there, incorporate aspects of the shard that we have that's melting, and the energy that was produced from the song, and sort of work with Wilhelm, because he has like the medical background and stuff, and incorporate a lot of our ideas that we've had about keeping us warm and stuff, so I'm not just one person doing everything.
Okay. So you're wanting to combine efforts to create something new, basically a
Right.
barrier against the cold of some sort that utilizes...
Right.
Okay. Okay. We can definitely do that. Sorry, I'm thinking about the mechanics of how to do this.
Quick, invent a new spell.
Yeah.
It's not really magic necessarily, it's brain power, so...
Yeah. Well, what we can do is use kind of their Arcanite abilities to direct flows of energy based upon the energy that your character produces. Much like Saoirse using her musician abilities to keep the song going, to keep the cold at bay. That generates a resonance, and that resonance can be tagged like a harmonic frequency, so to speak, maybe by somebody else, so on and so forth. So you can kind of lean on one another.
Uki would like to make a suggestion.
Okay.
Wait, you can just do.
So when we talk about this hut, that yes, I know that we've been in one of these before, a while back. Can you actually can you actually limit it as far as like the height? So essentially what Uki's saying is well, I will tell you. From times that when we go up in the mountain, we have vigils for our departed ones. We do take shelter, and what's very important from our shelters that we build into these kind of conditions is to make sure that they're not too tall, so then that way that all the body heat that's generated by one another doesn't escape up. So you just want to make sure they're low, and it's a low profile. Can you control that in your spell?
Yes. It's not really magic, so sure. If I think about it, I think.
So we could actually use Uki's architectural prowess to incorporate into your plan, to help maintain the integrity of the heat that you do contain within whatever you're doing.
Would 10 feet be too high, or are we thinking around 7?
I think definitely, the shorter you can, the better. So even 7's a bit high, but I know that some of the people here would be even more uncomfortable.
Az gonna bonk his head.
I was gonna say, looking at Az, but
Just leave a hole so
Yeah,
Az can poke his head out.
No. Yeah, but we'll start doing that, I guess.
I think with the number of people that I think the important thing is if you have enough people, you're going to generate quite a bit of heat. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So is this something you want to work on as you go, or do you want to stop what you're doing and work on this?
I feel like I should be able to do it as we go.
Okay. No, that's fine. A lot of this is theoretical arcanics. Making up all kinds of words tonight.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's fine. So in that case, let's get a navigation roll as we're working on this. We'll travel, and we'll get some rolls for success and failure as we make each navigation roll.
I believe it's Wilhelm's up.
I believe Wilhelm already gave us one.
Oh, did
Yes.
he? Where?
Yes.
Oh, there. The 5.
You can
Yeah.
re-roll that if you want. Just so
I
you
will
know.
re-roll it. Yeah.
You don't have
I
to.
believe in you. I believe you. Oh, I shouldn't have
God.
believed in you.
Oh,
I shouldn't have believed.
Ah.
That's beautiful.
Now, depending on what we need, it might not. I mean, there are like plus 11s to things.
Beautiful.
Wilhelm is very skilled.
Give me a D8 roll, Wilhelm, please.
Well, here we go.
If it's a nature roll, that's a good Wilhelm thing.
Ooh,
That's gonna be a 1.
okay.
That could mean anything.
Yeah.
These we can't even be bothered to worry about.
No.
The joy. The joy. Okay. And I get to roll a dice, everybody.
Oh
Yay.
no.
Yay for me.
This could also mean anything.
Okay. So, oh, sorry, kitty. So, the path opens up, and you're not sure, but in the distance, for just a moment, you see like a flash of light up above, just really briefly, maybe a shooting star or maybe a glint of light coming from over the horizon of Cairn and just kind of glinting off the surface. But you could swear you see the tower, just briefly. Still very distant, but closer than it was. And as you come into a slightly open area, directly aimed at at the spire itself, by the way. Hey, Terrible Jean. You see ahead of you in the clearing what appears to be a grim altar. Its surface is cracked and weathered from what appear to be centuries of neglect. And as you move closer, shadows dance across the frozen stone, casting eerie shapes. And in the backs of your minds, you seem to hear whispers of what must have been forgotten rituals or sacrifices, you're not sure which. And as you look along, carvings adorn the altar's base. They appear to be anguished faces, all contorted in looks of horror and pain and suffering. Look. Where is it? I have a picture. I like pictures. Here we go. Boom.
Seems bad.
Out of character, I gotta pick a more herb-ridden tea when I'm drinking tea for these games. This is ridiculous. Chocolate peppermint patty does not fit the setting. I'm sorry.
Nah, you need something sadder. You need a sadder tea.
I've got black tea with roasted almond and coconut.
Like an oolong or something would be way better. What's wrong with me? So the markings
cereal
here.
a la mode.
Nice.
Are they
I've got
actually
alcohol.
like etchings of the faces on there, or?
Are you gonna go look?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of just want to sit back here and look at it from a distance.
Bryn will step forward.
Okay. What are you looking at specifically?
Looking at the carvings, looking at the altar. She'll want to do something about the shadows in a minute, but for right now she's just observing.
Okay.
Genesis looks at the altar and then immediately looks away and turns around so she doesn't have to see that.
Okay.
She's decidedly not looking for more information about this. Iscu's the one checking because
Don't even
Genesis
want to know. I'm from here. I know better.
anyone looking at Genesis would notice that she's like having a hard time with that.
Yeah. No, that I understand. That's fine.
So we're just gonna go over here and be traumatized.
Okay.
But you said their faces are on the.
Yeah, along the bottom.
Is that similar to the stone statues we saw before, or?
Can't really say. Like, there's a lot of ice and snow and decay that's taken place.
Yeah, but Bryn's up there. Tell me about the carvings.
Oh, are you wanting to look? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I misunderstood you. Okay. The carvings are of faces. They're faces, humanoid faces. Each one contorted in what appears to be an anguished cry of some sort. You're not really sure if it's pain or despair or fear or terror. It's some amalgam of all of them. But the carvings are immaculate aside from the damage of time. At one time they must have been just pristine, perfection. But the abandonment of centuries has not been kind. The cold weather has not been kind. And as you can see, it's very cracked and broken and brittle here and there. As you are looking in a bit closer, I will say that you can see kind of below the layer of frost across the top of it that there's a lot of like little bits of debris scattered across the top of the altar, just covered by that thin layer of frost.
Saoirse, can you come here a second? Do you think you can heat the air and maybe melt a bit of this frost on the top of the altar? And Saoirse will try to play her music and, like, warm up the air surrounding to, sort of melt the frost off of the altar to look at the debris underneath.
Okay. Give me your ability roll, please.
While that's ongoing, Jimmy, who has been standing at a bit of a distance, he sort of calls out a warning, I guess.
Okay.
He just says to the two of them who were standing there trying to interact with this, I don't know if you want to be touching that unless you mean to use it.
We're just looking, Jimmy.
Alright. As the song begins to play, immaculately, by the way, the frost does indeed peel back, melting gracefully away, revealing below what appears to be, rather than just detritus, debris or whatever, it actually appears to be small offerings that have been left behind. Whoever is looking immediately at it may, if you like, only if you like, give me a perception roll.
Oh my.
Church,
Yes?
can I do a spirit check?
Oh, of course.
Wise.
Yep, get all these 20s out. I love it. Get all the 20s out. Okay. So, with the exception of Cinder so far, one thing does stand out. Another kind of cylinder, like tube, like you found before where the ice shard was, is amongst the rubble on top of the altar.
Bryn will pick this one up and read the runes on it.
Okay. This one has been damaged, so it's impossible to read. The runes have been damaged.
Okay. Can you get anything on it?
No, I mean it looks like somebody took it and raked it across stone.
Oh, Jesus.
Like it's damaged. Damaged. But there is definitely some type of divine energy coming from inside of it.
Oh, Beator's bells. I wish I could read the scroll on this.
I think I should still have Identify from when Bryn got it last session. Or before the long rest, because that lasts full day, I think.
Yeah, we've had a long rest, keep in mind.
Yeah, but it has to be a full day.
Yeah. Well, what are you trying to figure out exactly?
I just want to, like, cast the Identify spell on it to figure out, like, what the hell is in this.
It's the same as where you found the ice shard, same type of device.
Okay, so it needs to be warmed?
Yep. As far as you
Probably.
can tell.
Jimmy reaches his hand out and kind of like, you got it.
Okay.
I admit, I'm being a little silly. Let me explain myself though, alright? This is an altar. It's the winter altar. Winter is the season of sacrifice. When people leave things here, it has a certain meaning. Admittedly, the goddess that it had a certain meaning to is dead. So maybe you're fine. But I do warn you, if you pick up something that was sacrificed, it does come with a certain weight to it. Just in case that still applies, even with full recon.
Well, Jimmy, whatever would put that weight on me, I would like to see them try.
He takes a deep breath.
Jimmy, I
can't
never
say shit.
told you about my mother, did I?
Nope. Nope.
My mother's
Okay, that's
name
up
is
there.
Nignavin. She is an archfey, a fairy queen, and has dominion over the changing of the season from autumn to winter, and leads a host of Sluashi through the veil between the lands of fairy and the different material worlds. Prime material worlds.
Jimmy thinks for a second. Don't know if they ever made it quite round here. Maybe. You know, the Shanakesians were always kind of supposed to have this whole, like, thing.
Well,
Anyways, if I'm not going to stop you. It's just me, I guess. Yeah, go on. I'm sure it opens the same way as the last one.
it probably does.
And Bryn will prestidigitation a little fire around it.
Okay. So warming it the same way you did the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll slide open another compartment, once again revealing a small ice shard, just like before. This one is slightly smaller than the other one you found, but could not have been better timed.
Oh, hey, look at that, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Keep it on you. Maybe in the little thing. It's pretty easy to lose them if they're not in a little box.
Yep,
Alright.
She'll take it.
So this will reset your timer slightly less than before, but you have some warmth again. You can kind of feel it pulse back to life around you. Yet another one. Yeah, they're making it difficult to kill you.
Yes, Jimmy actually takes a second to look at all the other items on the altar. Not exactly looking for anything useful, but out of a genuine curiosity, I guess.
A lot of
Genesis
them.
would pause doing the other thing then,
Okay, that's fine.
if it's covered.
Yeah, no, that's fine. A lot of what you're seeing on the altar, Jimmy, appear to be just little token items. Many of them seem to have something like a message or something, or a name scrawled on them.
Mhm.
It was not an uncommon practice to tell Volry secrets that you wanted kept.
Jimmy would know from the old days.
Yeah. So, tell the lady so that no one will find out. Secrets that you wanted kept.
Yes. He digs around in his pack for a minute, and he finds a few more sheaves of paper in what was once his map case.
Okay.
He writes something on it, and he folds it up, and he leaves it on the altar.
Okay. Anyone want to grab it and read it real quick? Messing. I hope nobody does that.
Somehow, I don't think that we'll be able to sleight of hand that
You're gonna be up against a pretty hard check.
in front of the rogue.
Yeah. You see Pohan trotting off with it between his teeth.
The only one who could.
Yeah.
Yeah. True invisibility is helpful for that.
No, that's fine. And I'll let you decide what to do with that knowledge, Jimmy, if you want to share it or not, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, out of character as well.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, do we want to carry on from here? We get another navigation roll in?
Yeah, I'll take the next one. Wilhelm got us the first leg.
Okay. Let's do it.
Even 10. Perfect average.
Keeping it?
Yeah, I'll keep it 10.
Okay.
Statistically, I won't do any better or any worse.
Alright. let's get a D8 roll. You know I like these.
Keeping it real, keeping it 50-50 with you.
All right. You travel another distance. Those at the edges of the radius of warmth notice that as you get close to it, it's becoming painfully cold. Like if you dip your elbow out accidentally, it's like, oh god. Like it's so cold it hurts at this point. And that the darkness is encroaching even further as you feel like you're looking around and you're like, wow, this is what humans must have to deal with.
Ugh. I pity them even more now.
But beyond that, nothing out of the ordinary happens. A safe run.
Just real cold.
Just real cold. But we can do another.
Okay. Wilhelm, you want back up?
Yep.
Do it. Hey, now that's a hell of a roll.
Yo.
That is a very good
Nice.
roll. That is a good roll. Alright, give me a D8 roll. Nothing happens. Another uneventful navigation. Darn it. I want more fights. No, okay.
We would like
Sorry.
to live, thank you.
Living is good.
Sorry, Sid. Alright.
It's getting quiet around here.
Yeah, it's almost like the calm before the storm.
Oh no. Here,
Oh
watch.
my
I'll roll a one
God.
for you. It's good.
Oh, I like ones. That's close.
We don't need to keep that one. We can get rid of that one. We don't need to keep that one. We can get rid of that one.
Okay, one more.
You know what? You know what?
No.
You know what, actually?
What?
It's a 10
You know-
anyway, right? So.
No, actually, that one's a 20.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
All right. So
Shit, I just noticed that a short or long rest.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Stroke of Luck's really good.
so
Nice.
you're stumbling around. It's like you hit a dead end. You search around, you find nothing. You turn around, and it's like the walls have shifted. And you hit another dead end, and you're like, "What is going on?" And you come back, and it's a T section, and so you take the only direction you haven't been, and it's another dead end, and you're getting frustrated. And everyone in the party is kind of starting to get a little panicky. It's like, well, are we trapped? Or can we not go any further? And you guys kind of meet up in the middle, and you're, chewing the fat and trying to work it out. And all of a sudden, you hear this shift beneath you, this slight crack. And you kind of jerk to attention. And the floor gives out underneath you.
Ooh.
And you fall what feels like 10, 20, 30 feet. But rather than an impact, you just stop. And you're standing somewhere new.
Oh.
And you feel like you have made progress.
Yeah, right.
Stroke of luck. Secret door.
Plus 2 successes.
That's right. You guys are doing good this time.
We're trying it.
Should we keep going? Yeah?
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy
Yeah.
brushes himself off. No one ever said the way was easy.
Just a casual Sunday stroll. I don't know what you're talking about.
I had to get your first 3 rolls in there first.
Of course.
Oh my god, 3 dead ends. What?
Nice.
Alright.
Alright.
13?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Keeping it?
Smooth. Solid. Statistically better than average.
We go for broke? Get your bonus roll? You can?
Nah. I'm gonna stay with the 13.
Alright,
Why?
that's fine. You know, I never mind.
Mathematically correct.
Give me a D8. Excuse me.
And depending on what we're adding to this, that is much higher.
That could be a very high number, yeah.
Okay. So you feel like you're making progress again. I just want to say that. Okay. So, give me. Who is in the lead? This would have been Wilhelm. He's leading.
That is a Wilhelm show, yeah.
Wilhelm, what is your passive perception?
21.
That's a very good one. Give me a perception roll. You're gonna want to roll really good.
Have an inspiration from Bryn. Add a d12 for that.
I will, but first I'm going to use my point and roll that.
And that's what we get for keeping our resources. Big
Nice.
brain in it.
Nice.
28.
So that's going to
job,
be a
yeah.
37, George.
Okay.
Flex
Okay.
directly on them.
So
Nice.
you come into a small oval-shaped roundabout, where you kind of have to go around like a little central dais. It was maybe a decorative pedestal for a statue or something at one time. There's nothing on it now. And as you kind of start to navigate around it, Wilhelm, there's this slight like breeze that goes through the labyrinthine corridor, and just out of the corner of your eye, a twinkling crystalline snow on the ground catches the barest glint of light from behind you, and you see a slight seam in the ground just for a moment, and realize that directly ahead of you, one step away, appears to be a pressure plate of some sort.
I would like to point it out and let those with more trap sense perhaps continue in case there's more pressure plate.
Okay.
He calls it out, and Jimmy like brushes off the ground, not on the pressure plate, but in front of the pressure plate, and lays down to stare along it and look at the seam.
It is near perfect design. It is almost seamless. You're actually impressed. You look back and like, wow, you're in the wrong line of work, homie.
I look back up at him, and I look down at the pressure plate again, and I look back up. Is Wilhelm wearing glasses? Does he wear spectacles?
No, just the goggles on his head.
Not at the moment. He does have the goggles, but they're not down.
I'd tip my hat to you, but I think it would set this thing off.
And we don't want to do that?
How? Probably not.
Hmm.
If you're gonna hide your trap this well, it's almost certainly a doozy.
So, is there another way we could pass through this area without triggering it somehow?
There's a light dusting of snow on the ground, right, Church?
Yeah.
Well, if we could melt this snow without setting off the pressure plates, that might give us a better chance of getting through without touching one.
Saoirse pulls out her violin.
All right.
Why don't we just like get some cover and then have one of you telekinetics just kind of poke it?
It's viable.
I have a way that we could probably do it.
What, poking it?
If we need to trip the trap anyway.
The only question is whether it's gonna make this place impassable to us after we trip it. It kinda depends.
Fair.
Because, like, I mean, you got your trap where you get spikes come out of the wall. That's kind of no big deal for people like us. But you also got the one that just brings the walls down on you.
You could all hang back and nominate one person to walk
To
up
just
and
eat
trigger
it?
Yeah.
Just soak the... No. Church, please.
That was my suggestion. I'm just trying to help.
Please, Church.
Absolutely not.
Well,
Come on.
Well,
I could send-
I have a spear that I could trigger it with, but I share the concern that it could do something and make this all impassable for us. So
yeah, the damage isn't the issue. The issue is the
Okay.
impassibility. that you have.
How big is the pressure plate?
It would be a rough jump to get over it, and it doesn't appear to be any way around it, short of climbing up on that pedestal in the middle, which you're not sure is safe at this point.
Yeah, this may well be trapped itself.
Is it time for cloud travel?
You tell me.
We got tricks.
We can try it.
Do we want to consider?
I think flying over this would be our best option if you have anything.
As? Well,
Well, I don't know anything about.
Jimmy measures out the jump. He says, I don't know, I like my odds.
we talked about this just a second ago.
I could jump it.
Wait, what do you mean jump it? We talked about this a second ago.
What?
Yeah, you guys jump it.
we literally just talked about it.
Talk about what? I don't.
Listen,
Huh?
Is2 and I flew through a lot of.
Wait, which one are you?
We lost him. We done
Oh my
we
God.
done lost the man. I'm
It's
sorry.
two.
Goodbye.
Is2 and I flew through a lot of the ship that we were on.
But which do?
That is two right now.
Which two?
One's two, two's two, red's two, blue's two. Is that
Oh
what we're
my
on here?
god, let me
Oh
find
my
the let me find the post because I literally we just Oh.
I mean, it's not as good as my idea of sending somebody out to eat it in the trap, but
Sorry, legitimately, how far across is the pressure plate, Church?
like I said, it's a decent jump.
I have boots of striding and springing, so a decent jump is a makeable jump to me.
Yeah, it's just going to require dex checks basically if you want to try and jump it.
Alright.
But it's dex checks on icy ground.
Yeah, no, I can see that being difficult. What would it be? Acrobatics?
Just a dex check.
Come on, man. You keep turning off the ability to use the skill system.
Yeah, no, this one's just a dex check to avoid the trap.
Oh, save.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Sorry. Yes,
You got
a dex save to avoid the trap, sorry.
you got it. That's perfectly reasonable.
Just let's see, who could we pick?
No, I'm gonna wait until Master Mist sorts out this thing she's been talking to Az about. Probably that's a better plan. I'm still not sure what it is, but I assume it's better than, just jump it.
I'm proud of this trap. I'm kind of hoping one of you sets it off.
I don't.
After the frostfire trap, no thank you.
We can easily. Okay, so we have a couple of options, and Istu's like huddling up with Az and Wilhelm. Like, okay, so I can create a hound and send it across the plate. It doesn't matter if the hound dies. It can't be hurt. It's gonna be fine, right? That's one option. Or we can do the thing we've been discussing, if everybody's okay with it. But I guess it just depends.
I think you need to share your plan with everyone else who doesn't know
Mhm.
about it.
Okay, so we have a couple of choices here. We can create a dog, right? Like I said, or we can turn into clouds and just fly over.
You can turn into clouds?
Yeah, how do you turn into a cloud?
So there's a few complications with this strategy that might leave us a little I don't want to say indisposed, but inconvenienced for a bit afterwards, but yeah, let me just
Yeah, I'm inclined to use my spirit to just vault over it, because, But then again, I'm used to making my way through icy terrain, so I don't know about the rest of this party.
That work on shapeshifters, perchance.
I feel like it works on everybody, but I'm just trying to get D&D Beyond to believe that I'm a human being.
Yeah, they're not good at that. They are not good at that.
Well, I mean, Hasbro's not run by
Really?
human beings. That's part of the problem.
God. Okay, you have to be a willing creature, that's for sure. And if you're a willing creature, then it covers everybody. I'm not sure.
Go ahead.
What does it do?
It just turns you into a gaseous form for the duration of 8 hours. While in this cloud form, you have a flying speed of 300 feet and resistance to damage from non-magical weapons.
Yo!
But the only actions you can take are to dash or to revert in your normal form. So, reverting takes a minute.
But you can revert on your own terms.
Does it also transform your items?
Yes, we actually checked that in advance.
Okay, that's an important one.
We
it
checked
says
that
in
in
the
advance.
Spell listing somewhere.
No, we checked that in advance. I remember talking with you about it. And
Yep.
that was my question. Was, are you leaving your gear behind?
Yeah.
I hoped, but darn it.
Yeah, no.
So, do you want to vault it, or do you want to Dragon Ball Z your way across?
Can we get a vote? Because 300 feet would allow us to move a lot faster.
That is really
in terms of
fast.
navigating this maze. We could get more successes in.
These are facts. Jimmy looks over at the ghost like, yeah, I could be a gas, I guess.
I'm fine with it.
Yes.
2 yeses, 3, 4. I guess technically 5 because you're over there, right?
Well,
And
is anyone opposed? How about that?
Uki's a little leery, but it's alright, have you done this before, guys? This is a bit outside of my comfort zone. Well, who everyone's saying yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's see what's making you uncomfortable about the process of turning into a gaseous form.
This is like an awkward conversation with HR.
I love Uki's practicality about it, though. Like, you guys are okay with this? Like
A little concerned.
Yeah, he can have to convince me a little bit more about what this transformation will entail and any side effects. I mean,
So
they haven't moved through clouds, but turning into a cloud is just outside my.
well,
you're gonna have to convince me. Tell me more. Convince me.
Well, one of the best things about becoming a gaseous substance is that there's no limitations in terms of volume. So by that definition, there are no such thing as small spaces when you're a gaseous form. We're gonna be booking it, okay? 300 feet? Do you know how fast that is? That's faster than that's 5 times faster than you running at top speed.
guarantee do we have that we'll actually return to our original form after this? I mean, after this
Yes.
happens, like, can you tell us a little bit? And direction. I mean, are we, clouds? Often I see they are moving on, on their own accord and stuff, perhaps, or maybe they aren't. I mean, how do we know we're not going to wind up all separated?
Well, we could agree that we would all move in the same direction.
I think she's worried about being at the mercy of the wind.
Well, if you have a flying speed, you're not at the mercy of the wind. You're not levitated. Levitation says you have to push against the surface or be pushed in order to move. But if you have a flying speed, you're capable of independent motion.
Very
I mean,
scientific.
I think of this because it's like, I'm not unfamiliar with weather patterns. I'm just trying to understand what that impact is for us. Will we actually be able to control our movement, and where we go, where we wind up, and such, or are we going to be at the mercy of the?
You can definitely control it.
I'm just gonna kind of gingerly look at Az and look at Wilhelm. Are y'all comfortable? Are you comfortable with this?
I'm a little concerned about blending with you guys.
I feel like you can choose not to do that. That seems a little invasive.
I mean, no more invasive than when we're sleeping at night and Az emits his own gas.
You guys.
Oh my god! Oh no.
Uki. Jimmy looks at you with just the longest suffering look on his face, and he says, "It's better not to worry about the magic. You get used to it."
We get to fly again. Is no one else thrilled about that? We fly.
This is like the A-team trying to get B.A. Baracus on a helicopter.
I ain't going on no damn plane, man. I ain't going on no damn plane.
I'm just worried about what happens to clouds and gases when they get cold.
Well, we're in this environment with the shard, which we will be able to take with us, right? It's still here. It still has an effect on us. And we still find ourselves in a temperature where we're not actively freezing, right? So, I don't think that should be a concern.
Okay, well, it's not that I don't trust you. It's that sometimes I just don't trust the magic. I think back to some of the incidents we've had where things have backfired a little bit. And this is, I think that this is probably going to be the most, other than magic of being, others' magic being used against us. But if everyone else feels this is the best approach, I will say, I think I could get across that plate, but I realize the rest of the party may not be able to do so quite as easy. So.
Darling, for us, magic is as natural as breathing.
Okay.
Well, I have seen quite a few, magic and miracles amongst this. I'm just, I think you might understand that as much as I spend in the clouds, up in the mountains, I still prefer to be tethered to the ground at times. So, but if everyone else if everyone else is confident in this, and I do like the idea of the fast travel. I just want to make sure we actually stop when we get to where we need to be.
Uki, considering this, I want to try something before we get into this state. I want to see if I can get one more thing done to make sure we can all communicate, to make sure that we're not drifting off into different areas and that we don't get separated. Last time I tried this, something was listening in. So do you want to give it one more try?
Trying to do the mind meld thing.
Mm-hmm. That way we don't have to communicate necessarily.
Okay.
I would appreciate that reassurance because I I think that, well, it'd be one thing if we were tethered together or had a rope, but if you're saying we're gonna be gaseous, it's not like we could actually do that. So, Uki, the overthinker, when it comes to the fact you're about to put her up. I mean, one thing is in a dirigible like that. I've seen some, I've seen before, but this is just, yeah.
You're gonna be like a fettered cloud.
Oh my god, you said the thing!
We've come full circle.
Wow.
You are.
So, you cast the telepathic bond, which of course is a success. However, you do still have the sense of a presence listening.
We've been snooped. I forgot that happened last time.
Out of my head, Charles.
Istu looks around with a concerned expression and just sort of shrugs because there's literally nothing else to do, honestly. There's no other options for us to be able to communicate in this way. So we're gonna have to kind of stick with the team's call in that way, I guess. And hope that whatever's listening knows that we have good intentions,
Microsoft may monitor your call for quality assurance purposes.
I mean, you gotta be comfortable with some level of data mining of your personal information in order to exist in a modern society. So I guess.
Look, I don't think
Sure.
Idola Gates is gonna be much a hassle to you at this point.
Yeah, no, we'd be alright.
Yeah. It's not as if Idola didn't already know what we were doing anyway. So.
Probably. So, are we doing this?
Gaseous form.
Is everybody
Gaseous
okay?
form.
We're all good. Okay, we're all ready.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, give me that D100 roll real quick.
Okay.
I believe in you. Roll a 1.
Please roll over.
I
Roll
don't.
1
no.
out of
No, we're not.
100.
This is a calculated risk of some level, yes, but I have been practicing. I do know what I'm doing, and I am applying the things that I have learned so far. Right?
Do it.
So, I just, if it goes badly.
I'm sorry.
It was nice knowing you.
If it goes badly, I would very much like to be able to counterspell myself if that's allowed.
Is it Is2 casting it?
Yes.
Then I imagine Is2 can counterspell it.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Is that?
No, you're fine.
Is that a?
You're fine.
Convenient.
Okay.
You're fine.
I have been practicing.
Yes, you're fine.
Thank goodness. Okay. So,
you're getting the hang of it. You're getting it.
mhm. So one of the Is2 starts casting a spell, and it kind of looks like the same thing, the Fortune's Favor type of deal. And the other Is2 is like joining in with this and like hyping up movements or whatever you want to say. Like, so in the process, you notice a couple words are different from one to the other, and you're like looking at a mirror image as they're moving together and doing the same things. A couple words are different.
Okay.
Yo,
As
that's
we
a lot
all-
of text.
As we all start to turn into gaseous forms.
Okay. I see what you're doing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, as mentioned previously, the spell does go off without a hitch. You all find yourselves in a new form and able to glide gracefully over the pressure plate if you so choose.
I don't see why I wouldn't choose to do that.
Okay. So,
Right.
everybody carries on. Darn it.
Whoosh!
That was a good trap, too.
You're such a fluffy thing.
That was a good trap.
And now
I
we
do
can
a few
communicate.
laps.
we can communicate through the mind meld and like decide to continue or not continue. You know.
Yes.
So I'm gonna put this in our Roll20 chat.
Yes. Leaving them dead.
If I had sent the hound, it would have been fine.
Now here's the real question.
I'm
Church,
so glad.
Yes.
what is the radius of effect on the trap?
That's very cool. 100 feet.
Yep.
We may or may not have been fine. That's pretty far away.
I could have sent the dog. It's fine.
But yeah, you guys just bypassed.
Here.
You just bypassed the worst trap in the entire labyrinth.
Nice.
Shit.
20d8 and maybe just die. What's the DC on that save there, Church? Just out of curiosity.
30.
30 to beat a 30 to not die.
Yeah,
I can do it.
No.
But you can't?
I can make that. Easy.
Boy, that's when I would have
Yeah, all I have
definitely
to do is
regretted
roll a
having
12.
blown my
That,
It's close.
I could have made that.
if I was standing close enough to Cinder, I might have lived.
There. Easy.
Yeah.
There's
As
no way I could have
every
made
time.
that. I've got a 4 Constitution score on Bryn.
Az would have
could
been
do
able to
that
keep
less.
going. It's okay. Az would have been able to keep going.
Holy shit.
Az can carry on without us. It'll be fine. Right now, I'm not worrying about that at all. I'm really like putting this 300 foot per round to the test.
And I am going to actually, this is very smart thinking. You are moving very fast. If you want to move at this rate, I will apply a penalty to the navigation rolls. However, a success will equal, depending. If you want to go full speed, like the full speed, it'll be a bigger penalty, but a success will equal 3 successes.
Mmm.
And vice versa.
What if we move at half speed at 150?
Then it'll be less of a penalty and double.
That's reasonable.
So if you want to go, that's fine. Like it's a smart tactics, which I will reward you for. It's the same as if you're moving fast and searching, though. You know, there's always that penalty.
I personally like half speed for double.
No,
Okay.
I'm down for this.
All right. Well, who's up? Let's do this.
I don't know who went last. Let me check.
I believe it is your turn.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
sure.
Roll those 20 perception.
Can we, instead of taking turns, if we're trying to do this with the penalty, can we work together to give, like, I can help him to give advantage, or?
No. Let's keep it simple this time. Like it's already a pretty big boost with the speed.
Yeah. It's all right. I've got rogue tricks. So what is the penalty?
And a point again.
Well, I can't tell you the penalty.
It matters because it interacts with my class abilities, Church. You gotta come off a little bit of information, or you have to do all the math yourself if you're content doing that.
I am. I like to keep it in the air so you guys are wondering.
That's fair. All I will say is keep in mind it is not physically possible for my dice rolls to go below the 10.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine. I keep that in mind. Don't worry.
All right.
I wouldn't rob you of that.
There you go.
That's solid.
It's not bad.
Give me a D8 roll. Nothing happens. Another uneventful journey.
Wonderful.
Let's get another one in.
Zoop.
You guys are zipping along now.
Is it Wilhelm's turn now?
Yeah, it's up to Wilhelm.
Point?
Yeah, I'll use the fortune's favor.
All right, go ahead.
Oh my god!
Youch! With Fortune's favor, are you obligated to take the second? I've already forgotten.
No.
Oh, okay. Nine's
I'll
alright.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that to you.
You want to use a luck point or anything?
I can't use those on other people, so
Oh, I thought everybody had one at this point.
No.
Those of us that do have them just have more of them than you'd expect.
Do you want to try Do you want to try an inspiration?
Are these allowed to be inspired? We could have been doing
You
that.
still have an open communication, so yeah. If Bren wants to inspire Wilhelm.
I mean, sure.
Let's do it.
Alright,
I'm trying to be helpful, so yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
I appreciate it.
I'll
It's
use
a-
the inspiration.
It's a
With D12.
mysterious role. We're not sure what we're allowed to apply.
All right.
Add 7 to whatever.
7 plus 9.
Cool.
16 base currently.
All right. So, bear with me 1 second.
Oh, he's adding that. Okay. Adding the
Okay.
superiority die? 11?
I think that only applies to Az himself, though.
When you make the check. Okay.
Yeah, because that's a battle master trick. Those only apply to yourself, except for I think literally one of them.
Oh, I thought
We get
that
the
could apply
+5 from
as like
Cinder
a,
if that works.
like a general kind of thing. Like a
Wait.
commander.
When you make a charisma check.
It
So-
does say that, so okay.
All right. So, you speed around the corner, and it opens into a courtyard, and you screech to a halt in your gaseous forms. Your senses just come on fire all of a sudden. And standing before you is a huge, polished obsidian spire, reaching up into the darkness well beyond where you can see. It itself glistens in the slightly visible refracted light that still exists around you. The shard, you can feel its power begin to deteriorate rapidly as you come into the proximity of the spire. Aside from the barren landscape around it, a blasted wave of what appears to have been destruction at some point that emanated with this as the central point had leveled everything. All that remains is a large stone door set into the base of the spire itself.
Is this it, Church? Have we arrived at the central tower?
Unless I am tricking the bejesus out of you.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Um,
Yeah.
I would like to specify that since Genesis doesn't need hands or anything to use their abilities, she's just gonna start back up with the thing that kept us from freezing again mentally.
Okay.
So there's not like a concern of are we gonna freeze to death in this state, you know?
Yeah.
We just gotta get inside.
Yeah.
Is it like stairs or just like a,
It's a door leading in.
You know,
door?
let's
Alright, cool.
let's become not a gas and find out, I guess.
Okay.
So is everybody
Now's a
Actually-
good time for it.
There's a door, which
Gas.
means there should, in theory, be a gap. We could try to slide in as gas and then turn into not gas inside.
It's gotta be sacrilegious, but you raise such a good point.
I mean, so is stealing from a offerings table, but I didn't say anything then.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could send a scout, possibly? I don't know.
While we're gases, how about a quick examination of the door, Church? What do we see if we observe closely?
Alright. So, etched across the surface of the door, almost invisible, you can just barely see it as you get up close, are the words written in an old language. Some of you might recognize it, most of you wouldn't. But then you have those crazy abilities that allow you to read other languages.
You gave me that magic item.
Got a trick
No,
or
it's
two.
it's good. It's good. All it says is, "Tell me your mystery, and I'll show you the way."
I'm thinking we might want to do this one on the level.
Yeah, fair enough. Whenever you guys are ready, you can start to turn back into normal.
Jimmy will begin the process.
All right. Everybody turning back?
I would very much like to be solid.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We can still turn back into a gas form until it ends, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For the duration while in this form, the only actions you can take in the form. They can revert back to cloud form, which requires the 1 minute transformation.
Wow, that's a really good spell.
Yeah, and it lasts 8 hours, so.
Yeah.
Why have I never read this spell before?
Jeez. Rare people get this high level.
It is a 6
Here's
level,
another-
so.
Here's another thing. It's a druid spell. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, that
we
would
don't
be it.
we don't have any druids here.
I only ever
Red
played a
Freya.
druid one time in 5th edition, and I never got up to this level.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Freya could, but she in the fray wild.
Out into
Fray
fray
wild.
wild.
All right. So
Alright, time to be solid.
you turn back without issue. You can definitely feel the cold pushing against even your ability to hold it at bay. Like right here, you can tell outside that radius, you wouldn't last.
I would like to see if it's possible for one of the astutes to remain a gas.
Sure call.
And then just infiltrate the winter coat that the other one's wearing.
You can try.
Pocket is stew.
Pocket issue of warm air-ish, of like gas that's there to stop the cold air from getting in.
Yeah. We can definitely give
So
it
this-
a try.
Wearing
And it's sort of-
yourself as armor?
Yeah, like a little pig pin aura. Like,
I can tell Az approves.
I feel like it's gonna be really fun. And actually, Genesis doesn't need to change either.
Okay.
I don't know. She has so few hit points. I just don't know what to do. You know.
All right.
All of our abilities are mental, so.
So speak your mystery and it'll show you the way.
Tell me your mystery, and I'll show you the way.
Interesting.
Is Callons still with us?
Yes.
Awesome. How did he like being in gaseous form?
Oh, he thought it was fun.
Nice.
It's not his first rodeo, though.
He's been around. I would like to make a... I don't know, religion check, I suppose.
Okay.
I'm giving you the opportunity. I have no proficiency in this, but, you know, it is my religion at least.
It's fun. Go ahead.
Eh,
Okay. So, much like you were pondering over earlier, very common practice with the worshippers of Volri was to tell her your secrets. Things that you wanted to stay secret. Hopes, desires, fears, anything. Most likely, this is in reference to that practice.
Yes. He stands. He stares at the door. He strokes his chin. Now, usually the secrets are a sort of personal thing, so probably in best keeping with practice that we all whisper them individually, though I don't know if it's actually required. We're very far off the edge of the map here.
Okay.
What, you just go tell the door a secret?
Well, it's... Yeah, I mean, come
Alright.
on, man. You were around in the old days. You probably know how Vorri worship works about as well as I do.
I didn't really pay attention to the other 5 so much.
I guess you had a special thing going. The rest of us were just mortals, you see.
But if that's it, all right, I'll give it a shot. I'll walk up and I'll put my palm on the door and I'll whisper it a secret.
All right. So now you don't have to tell everyone, but I will need a secret.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Okay. You're welcome to DM me or whatever, however you want to do it. And this was how church got blackmail material on everyone.
We are
I have a
now-
question.
What's that?
Can we assume that Cinder told you what his secret was without us trying to...
We'll do that for Cinder. That's fine.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be fair. Cinder
We can just make
left
up some
out in the
nonsense,
cold.
you know.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah.
You have about 7 hours to finish the spire before Cinder dies. When the spell wears off and he's stuck outside in gas form.
No. I think he's solid now, too, with everybody else.
Yeah, no, I was just joking. I wouldn't do that to you. You're good. But yeah, if you're all planning on doing this, go ahead and get those ready. I will be judging. No, I'm just joking.
Have to make something up for some of them. Jeez.
I already knew that. That's not a secret. No. Would you quit being the peanut gallery over there?
You need a commentary.
Yeah. All good myths and legends come with a Greek chorus. We learned this.
It's true. It's true. Okay. As whispers to the door.
I'm still trying to...
That's fine. As whispers to the door. And then it's as if he's there one moment, gone the next.
Yeah. Yeah. The gods are so dramatic.
Here's
Can't just have a
keyboard's
door
going
that's-
crazy.
That might just be me. I'm not muted. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It adds to the theme.
Yeah, here, I'll send you one, Church.
Okay.
I'll touch the door next.
All right.
I'll do it next, but can I get an IOU on the secret because my ADHD brain is not going to let me come up with something at this time of night when I'm unmedicated.
I'll work with you. You don't have anything just in your backstory or something that maybe somebody wouldn't know?
Not that's coming up on the fly, honestly. And
Maybe
things that I don't know if, like, you know, Bryn wants it to remain a secret, so, like, that my brain's just not working, man.
Maybe we could call it.
Like, there's a
Before we
reason
all
that I
go?
take medication. My brain, like, is only, like, half
Well,
function.
You could call it giving the door your name and making it a new secret.
Yeah. Well, your intention is to give a secret, though, right?
Yeah, she's gonna give a secret. I'll just tell you what secret that is later.
That's fine. I'll work with you on that because the intention is there, so that's fine.
Can I stop before that happens? Because we need at least one of those crystals out here with us.
Yeah. You guys can do it in the right order. It's okay. I won't do that to you either. Haha, they're gone. You're dying. I'm not that mean, am I?
Yeah.
Nobody asked
I think she'd know best.
you.
I think she'd know
Dang.
best, Church.
you. Dang, you're supposed to be on my side.
I don't know if that's. We'll see.
Alright, Church, I've sent you mine. I step forward, I lean in very close to the door, and I whisper it.
Okay.
I would like to have Genesis say her secret in a different language.
That's fine.
That's probably safe.
I think Volry would actually respect that.
Well, I mean, Istu says there's an abyssal,
Okay.
and
I have questions, but I'm not there.
Britton will say it in Sylvan.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. So nobody is going against this, right? Everybody is telling the door a secret.
I would like to have Genesis tell the door a secret in hand form.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
that will
fun.
that will actually work.
Wow. Okay.
We're talking about divine power here. So yeah, that will work. So one by one, you'll vanish as you tell your secrets to the door. Wilhelm, you told a secret as well?
Yeah, I'm sending it to you now.
Okay. That's all good. So yeah, one by one, you each vanish into the door. The door. Where was I? There we are. I'm gonna group you all up in a nice little pile on this page. Nice little pile. Yeah. God, there's so many of you.
Yep.
There we go.
Here it comes.
Yeah, are you ready?
Yes.
Lay it on us.
No. Maybe. Perhaps.
Boom. Boom.
Oh wow.
Hey, alright.
There we go.
Oh, good, you all made it.
So,
I was worried you wouldn't get it.
as you find yourselves on the other side of this door, the entrance you've come through is a massive doorway, an ancient stone frame etched with intricate runes that pulse faintly with a cold blue light. And as you cross the threshold, these stairs, these large, large stairs, you can hear the creak and settling of the structure around you. Your footsteps reverberate off the walls, only to be swallowed by the depths of the hall beyond. And you feel as though you've been sealed inside within the darkness of the spire.
No, that just won't do. There's got to be a light switch around here somewhere.
So, can you guys see it all?
We have a glow.
Yes, a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay, good. As long as you can see, I make sure the dynamic lighting's on more than anything.
Yes.
So, before we go any further, it is the witching hour. Do you want to?
Gotta call it, brother. I
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
get up early.
Okay.
Same.
It's a great stopping point. All things considered, I think we've come a long way. You guys made it to the spire. I wasn't sure you guys were gonna pull this off tonight, but you did. We've made it to the spire. You guys are in the spire. And you
We
did
didn't,
not die.
We didn't even take 20d8 cold damage and save to not die instantly.
Makes me a
Nice.
little sad, but yes.
I'm not sad.
I was very proud of that trap.
Is it time for us to ask our favorite question?
What's your favorite question?
Did we level?
How?
I mean, we
I
did
think-
some pretty good stuff today.
I think that the Cairn guys are, what, 19?
Right.
Let's go ahead. We'll catch them up. We'll
Nice.
catch up the Cairn guys.
Hooray.
So yeah, we can go and catch up the Cairn characters to 20. So yeah, we have that. I hope this was fun. You guys actually got really lucky with the Pohan roll.
Oh, that was a roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yo!
that was a roll.
Yeah, we did it.
We got our buddy.
Located Pohan in a table with at least 80 elements.
Yeah, you guys did good. All things considered.
Big brained it with the wind walk.
Yeah, that was a very smart solution. It got you moving very quickly and made some good progress. Got you across that really nasty, lovely trap of mine.
And we
Well,
still
and
have it
I-
up
I
for
just-
the next 8
I,
hours.
you know, I had to say something. Well, you know what I mean? It's that, like, I had to. I can't be like, sure, you agrees to everything.
No,
you
no.
know?
That's actually
Fair, yeah.
spot on, considering that magic is illegal where you're from. It is illegal, it is evil, it is vilified constantly.
It's
So-
very, very much underground. Not something you would have, like, encountered.
Yeah, for them to be like, oh, let's just turn everyone into clouds. It's like, whoa. Whoa. Have you
Yeah.
seen Cairn?
It
I know what magic
immediately
does.
earned you Jimmy's affection and affinity. 'Cause he's like, finally somebody gets it.
Yeah, somebody else that hates magic too.
Jimmy can't hate magic
Nice.
all that much now, because
He has sworn off of saying wizard shit.
Yeah, he's made progress.
the wizard shit brought his friends back.
It did. But it's still like, he looks at it and he goes, man, do I got it?
He looks at it like a little kid looks at broccoli.
Very similar.
Nice.
But I hope this was fun. I hope the labyrinth was fun, the way we did it. Rather than just the traditional navigating a pre-drawn maze or whatever. I think it worked well done that way, personally. I think it added a real nice dynamic feature to it. Kept it from just getting boring.
hmm
There's still tons of stuff out there that you missed, so, you know, if you guys want, I can, I don't know, drop you out there when we're done. And
You can just tell us about it later, it'll be fine.
yeah, there's still some nastiness out there. You bypassed the nasty trap, the real nasty, so there is that. So yeah, make sure you level up the Care Knights. When we resume next Saturday, there's a chance that I may have to postpone next Saturday because I may be going out to Pensacola to see my dad.
Oh,
I'll let you know this week before we get there, one way or the other. But if that's the case, it'd just be the 1 week.
you do what you gotta, man. It's alright.
Beyond that, Wednesday they're still doing Storm King's Thunder. Friday's The Walking Dead, provided it doesn't get canceled.
Let's go.
I think. Yeah, is it Walking Dead?
Mhm.
Okay.
Last week was Yavin, right?
Yeah. Well, I haven't heard from Urban's. Why I say open. Haven't spoken to him in a bit. But yeah. Yeah. Unless you guys have any questions or thoughts or concerns.
All good, brother. Thanks for the session.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you guys. I had a good time. You guys make sure to join us on Discord. Check out all our other games, events, weirdos, art, writing. And we'll see you soon. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right, peace out.
Good night.